guess I'll just use Jesse this time. You know what I mean? Let's get through his ass. Yeah.
I'll come out. He comes out of his asshole. It's like the small and just trying to put your hand through. Yeah.
Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard.
God, he confuses me.
Welcome. Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard.
Rock fucking hard.
God damn it. Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard. And today what we are talking about is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. A little film that came out in 1985, and James is going to take it away with what he thought was good or bad about this fucking movie.
The first thing that I have was, well, actually, I think before, because I don't know if I want to say what I want to say first or just go right into it. Because, like, this movie is definitely, like, I don't want to say it's, like, I mean, it is pretty overshadowed out of all of them in the franchise. I kind of agree what you said when you said it, where we watched all of them consistently, and it kind of seemed like a drag. But after watching, taking some time from the first one and then watching the second one, like you got like a new perspective on it. And it wasn't as bad as.
Yeah, we're kind of learning a little bit here to where, like, with our last discussions that we started the channel with, which whatever, you can go check
those
them
out if you want to.
We're gonna do those again eventually. But we went like. We did Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3. Like, every week we were doing one, blah, 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 blah. And then you kind of get worn out, you know what I mean? By watching all these so close together that now we've taken a break, like a month break?
About a month. Couple weeks.
Yeah, something like that. And then watch part 2. After we did part 1, we watched this one like a month later or so. And started with the second one. And yeah, you can tell, like, there's some excitement to watch the next one.
Mm-hmm. Like it didn't seem like a drag, and then we're able to get like a new perspective. Because again, I've heard that this one was like, again, very like overshadowed or like not the best one, or there's like a lot of people complain about this one, and so very forgotten too, because you don't really see this one everywhere. That's one
of the things I had right here is a special note. Growing up, when I would go to the movie store, I would see every Nightmare on Elm Street there. Mm-hmm. I would see every one of them, especially Dream Child. I saw that one a lot, and I think that's because that's when the era I was going to movie stores and like actually taking in what was around me.
Yeah,
right?
You're like very like just conscious about what's going on around your surroundings.
And I remember seeing like the little fucking stroller, demented looking stroller with Freddy over it, like her, and I was like, oh,
oh my.
But the one I didn't see, and I was like, how come we go from 1 to Dream Warriors all the time? Like, it was always like we were missing part 2. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to part 2? It wasn't until I got way the fuck older that I finally saw part 2. And it's different.
It's different.
It's different. But I think this time I respected it a little more than I have in the past.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I was gonna say that for the end or just say it right now. But I was like,
cool.
Like this is like a nice, like fresh surprise, like a new perspective after taking some time off from watching. Like, instead of watching them consistently like we've done before, we've took some time in between, and just taking some time in between the first one and the second one. Even though this one, it's still like not my favorite, but I still like gain like a new appreciation for it, and there's some cool little thing like, oh, that was cool, that was kind of cool, You just start noticing a couple more things instead of just being like, this thing's a piece of shit, fuck it,
Yeah, and we'll get into all that because I think there is some cool creative shit here, some a different take on the Freddy thing to where he has to kill you in your dreams, but he's finding a little creepier way to like go past that, you know what I mean? To like, fuck your dreams. I want to get here, bitch. You know what I mean?
In the real world, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, go ahead, take it away.
All right. Well, going with that, the first thing that I have, which I'm pretty sure you have this as well too, is like the effects in this movie were like insane, even for the time. Like, it came out in 1985.
Yeah.
Which is like, in comparison to some other movies that we've seen, again, biggest prime example, Leprechaun 4. 96, like with the shitty CGI, and it was like, come on. And this movie had like, again, so the thing that happened was like in the beginning where like these kind of introduced to like Jesse as a character in the school bus, and the opening nightmare is what it is, and you just kind of saw all that shit went down, and they're on like these like two rocks like teetering back and forth. Just the way it looks and the angle it's at is like, holy shit, like.
And then that fucking first rock falls down, or that first, and then it's just teetering on one, dude. It looks cool though, like what you're talking about. Like, it looks, for the time and even now, it looks sick.
And then Freddy getting up and he's coming closer with the glove and and then they're all like freaking out, like moving around and shit. But yeah, and then you see like this teetering. I was like, oh god, insane. It's like probably like one of my favorite like opening nightmares. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool opening, and I have that too. I have a little bit of a negative. Jesse looks creepy as fuck in the beginning of this. I don't know why they made him so sweaty and gross in this dream, but in every other, you know what I mean? I don't know why they made him look like he looked like killer written all over him. Maybe they were trying to foreshadow,
like red hair, not red hair, yeah, foreshadow. But yeah, because like in the entire movie, his hair is like regular and stuff, but in this scene, in the opening nightmare, is like his hair is all like combed.
But he's
like,
sitting there like, you know what I mean? Like he's looking around and he's being freaky, and yeah. It's not like at the end of the movie to where he's like, slow down, stop the bus, you know what I mean? Where he's like Mr. Hero and feathered hair and shit. But in the beginning you see him, he's just sweaty, gross, fucking freaking out. Yeah, so I had that at first, but then I had the bus teetering on the pile of rocks was like, it looked cool as shit. Like one, because like in a nightmare anything could happen.
Yeah.
And two, every time I see something where like the floor caves in or something like that, I just picture that as hell. And I feel like these kids are teetering on falling into hell, and that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
So, good job.
Yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, like when you look at it, like just the way it looks now, obviously with like our, you know, palette of CGI movies and fucking, you don't really see much practical effects. Like you can obviously, you can look past it and kind of see it's obviously not, they just use like a toy car or something like to fucking do all that shit.
Once again, remember that? We watched this the other day. Remember at the end when the Batwing fucking.
Oh yeah.
You can
totally see it's like toy cars and stuff.
If you look close enough, you can tell.
But I'm sure, like I'm saying, but at the time too, like back in '85, like this was like, oh my god, like how the fuck are they doing this? You know, like crazy shit.
I'm pretty sure they did it the same way. I'm pretty sure it was a fucking toy little thing, but like,
it's impressive though. Just the way they made it look, like the way that they just, practical effects are just the way to go.
I do agree with like computer graphics taking away like everything that's special about making movies.
Yeah, and then no, that's someone's job to fucking make that.
I know.
So computer just taking away people's jobs. God damn it.
But the mix of practical and CG, we need the marriage of the two.
Yeah.
Because some things just don't look as good. Like, okay, we're kind of trailing off just for a second. But in the new Alien, Romulus, once again, beautiful mix of practical and CGI. Marry them. Not one over the other.
Yeah, people fucking love that movie.
Marry them.
People love Romulus.
Yeah. And whatever, dude. They knew to put motherfuckers in suits and do all that and fucking, you're gonna have to have
face hugger.
They still had little fucking radio control ones, but they still had CG ones all over the place.
Yeah,
too.
For sure. Yeah.
That's why I think a mix is what you need to go with. And here, you barely had any CG. I mean, it was
all practical.
It was such a baby thing. Maybe some lightning coming in or whatever, but like other than that, everything's practical.
Yeah,
and it's impressive.
Major cool stuff was all practical effects, and I think that's like another thing that you just appreciate for these older movies.
I always love that. There's like a certain like charm to these kind of movies that when you're like, how they do that, Especially, we're gonna get to it, but like there's some cheesy looking parts nowadays, but just knowing what went into it, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Like, good job. Well, we got that out of the way. I did see paper towels with some print on them. Haven't seen that in a while, and I thought that was pretty cool to mention. I missed that because I didn't even notice those going away.
Yeah, I know. I do remember I do vividly remember just seeing paper towels with the logo of Downy or Bounty or the fuck.
I remember there being little sunshine, little teddy bears.
Oh yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah.
all kinds of stuff on every roll.
And now it's just a plain fucking roll of this white.
We gotta save
white
money on
paper.
ink. Can't have that anymore.
What, ink? I thought they just pressed it.
I don't know.
Like how they make it.
Or your paper towel maker?
On the side. Yeah.
On the side?
I like to dabble. Just kidding.
I assumed it was ink. Apparently it was something else. But
I'm just you're talking about I'm thinking of the name the name has imprinted on the paper, not actual designs and stuff.
No, I'm talking about designs on the paper
okay, then that's
itself.
different. Oh yeah.
But they used to have colors.
I know, all colorful. It's blue or some shit.
Yeah, they used to have like I said, just a teddy bear, or they'd have something sprung throughout at Christmas time. They'd have candy canes or something like that. There was always something on paper
now
towels.
you just see some on those napkins now.
Yeah, they'll have maybe
Street.
there won't be any color. There might be a pattern that's printed on it, but there won't be any color. But I know it's kind of stupid.
Nostalgic.
But I saw that on their paper towel roll, and I was like, I remember when paper towels had fucking prints on them. So anyway, nostalgia bait got me.
So the next thing I have is so this one is
What you got?
it's a little out there because this kind of ties in with what everyone's been thinking about the main character and stuff like that, and that's Jesse, and he kind of gives off this zesty vibe, and that's kind of what I put Freddy is a little zesty with Jesse. They both seem kind of flirtatious with each other. The first time that Jesse and Freddy interact with each other, and he's all throwing him against the stairs, and he caresses his face. He's like, yeah. Oh wait, what do you say? What do you say? Something about his dad, what the fuck did he say? The quote is when he's calling for his dad, and he's like,
your dad can't help you now.
Yeah.
Something like that. Your dad can't save you now.
Yeah, and then fucking just caressing his face, and he's like, I need you, Jesse.
I need you.
I need you. Kill for me.
Kill for me, Jesse.
And then what did he say?
He says, you've got the body. I've got the brain. And he starts pulling it off. But when he peels it off, that's just pulsating like a motherfucker.
Again, another sick-ass practical effect.
Yeah, the practical, they're insane in this movie. I give it props for that. And it's down here on but I'm going to say it right now. Jesse is a way better actor than Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna put that out there. Jesse sells it way more than Nancy ever did. Nancy always looked fucking...
Mouth open, fucking...
Mom, why won't you believe me?
You know what I mean? That kind of...
Fucking dumb shit, you know?
And Jesse's like, I don't know who I fucking am anymore, dude.
I killed him.
Yeah.
I fucking killed him.
I killed him. And she's like, her friend, the friend's like, nah, you didn't do it. He's like, I'm telling you, I did. I don't know what's real or what's not, because I'm awake and I'm not awake, and when I go to sleep, it fucking sucks and everything. You know what I mean? He's just selling through the whole fucking movie. So.
And this is the second movie too, by the way.
It's his second role?
No, this is the second movie in the franchise.
Oh,
They're
second movie in the franchise.
Fucking going hard in the paint with the acting and stuff. It's a huge step up.
Can you imagine if we're in alternate reality and Jesse took off as
the leading?
The continuing thread throughout the whole thing, not Nancy? That would have been trippy.
That would have been trippy, but I mean, should have casted him first.
Yeah. But it turned out he was gay.
Turned out he was gay. Anyway,
Which isn't a bad thing for us.
No, it's not.
It's not a bad thing for us.
No.
Okay? I'm saying for the time this came out.
85. 85 standards.
I think people got a little weird about it. Not us.
No.
We're okay with that. But yeah.
But anyway, that's what I put. I just put that Freddy and Jesse are a little zesty in this movie.
They want to,
Yeah.
I have a negative because of Nancy's diary.
Oh, that's what I have too.
Okay. So this movie came out 1 year later after the original. And for some reason, they decided to have a time jump in here, which I don't understand. Because when Jesse's room, there's a diary he didn't find. Lisa? Lisa comes in and she's helping him unpack his room or put everything in order because they just moved there.
They moved into Nancy's old house. Her house, yeah.
And Lisa is just a new friend and decided to come over. You could do this back in the day, by the way. It used to be...
You show up at anyone's house?
Yeah, it used to be just normal.
Super friendly. You just
People used to hang out.
Yeah, back then when you didn't the front doors weren't locked. You just walk in anyone's home and be like, hey, neighbor.
And she came in and she was helping him put some sweaters away and some, right? She's like, you fold your sweaters, you hang your sweaters, something
He's
like
like, whatever. And
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, asshole, fuck. I'm trying to help you.
that. And then there's this one shelf that looks obvious as fuck, but he hasn't seen yet. And she pulls out a book, and it happens to be Nancy Thompson's diary. Now, it says in that diary that this happened 5 years ago. Everything that happened in this house.
Yeah, the diary is 5 years old.
Yeah.
So everything that's written inside it is 5 years old.
We're not fucking ourselves, right? Nightmare on Elm Street came out in 84, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's fact check ourselves because we are not assholes and we don't just spread misinformation.
No, we don't want to do this.
Let's see.
Shit to you guys.
Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 1984.
Okay.
And
So-
then Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 1985.
Which is okay to have a time jump. But are you telling me that Dream Warriors takes place like
In the 90s?
in the 90s or when did Dream Warriors come out?
87? Yeah, 87.
87.
God damn.
Oh. Well, you know what? I guess I'll just shut up right now. Because if they did have a time jump.
It just seems too much of a
seems
stretch.
No, Nancy's older as fuck. She's not like.
She's older. It's only been 3 years,
she's like
too.
What is she, a doctor? We're doing that one next, so
Yeah.
we'll get re-upped on it. But yeah, it seems weird. And then they find out all the shit through the diary, which is kind of cheesy writing. It's kind of easy to pull it through. And then all this just happens to be happening at Jesse's house, I guess, because Freddy died there the second time. But anyway, I thought the time jump thing was retarded. That's all I'm saying.
It just didn't make it. I don't know if maybe if there's something that we're missing or they
And we could be
are they
missing.
genuinely fucked up. Because there's no way.
We could be missing something out of this.
Yeah.
Like we said. Okay. I came up with this. Okay. You know how there's the Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a critic score and there's an audience score.
Mm-hmm.
Critic score is always like weird, right? Audience score is always like level. I feel like we are that audience score. You and me. I feel like we're the casual dudes. Casual. Casual.
Casual.
Casual in a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're fans of a lot of stuff, but we're casual in a lot of stuff. So I feel like this is a casual kind of deal. Like, we are the audience in this. So I feel like there's a lot to learn from this. We're not gonna act like we're the most professional people in A Nightmare on Elm Street. So please.
Yeah. So if we missed something, I'm sure we
Fill us
missed
in.
something. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, we're not gonna try to come off as some
Fucking know-it-all.
douchebag that fucking knows everything about Nightmare on Elm Street. No, I don't.
No.
I don't. I
Fuck
don't.
no.
But for this, like the 5-year jump, isn't that kind of weird? Is that not weird? Is that weird to you? I don't know.
Again, maybe unless there's like some sort of writing mistake. But like, then why would they say that this thing's 5 years old and so the content inside and it's all dusty too or some shit?
They came out a year later. I guess so they could just brush away Nancy and not pay her. You know what I mean? Because originally they tried to get a different guy to do Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy was not working out. So they had to pay because Robert was going to be more now because,
Of the success of the first movie.
of course.
Rightfully deserved though. Freddy's the best.
And if Spyglass doesn't want to admit that for Jenna Ortega, then I don't know.
They just don't want to pay.
Oh, yeah, she's hot right now. She's hella like. You better pay her good. She got what? She gonna turn down Tim Burton to come fucking fuck around with Scream?
Oh yeah, she's gonna turn down. Yeah, no, there's no she's gonna turn down Tim Burton, dude. Yeah.
Anyway, get back on track. I wish it was just a year later. And then Lisa says it was she was 5 years ago. It was way before my time. Like way
Yeah.
before your time.
Yeah, because she said the diary's 5 years old, and then Jesse asked Lisa like, "Did you know her?" And he's like, "No, this was before my time." And it's like, dude, it's only been 5 years. Like, you're not
You didn't see Nancy down the street? Like
never knew of her. Like that's I know it's like 5 years. I know you're not in like that same like wave of like class. I'm assuming like in high school or something, but you
Yeah.
still gotta know something of like you
of
know.
course.
So that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Like it should be like the Grady knew it. How did Grady know and Lisa didn't know?
The next thing I have, the dad's a pussy.
That's a fucking bitch, bro.
The biggest pussy. He comes off like this hard ass, like, you know, typical 80s 90s dad, but he's like he was a pussy when it came down to it. The birds were like acting up. It was all hot and shit. They're all like fucking sweating their dicks off in the living room. By the way, everyone was just sweaty back in the day.
Everybody's sweating. Everybody's hot too. Everybody's super thin.
Yeah,
just fucking
thin, ripped, and fucking sweaty.
Who would have known in the past 4 years we become this?
Yeah, so then like the part where like the birds are in there and then they started coming out and it started like fucking just going crazy and shit. And then the dad just gets fucking nicked like once in the cheek and he backed into a corner. Like, dad, you pussy.
Yeah, he gets slashed on the face by a bird and he's ah! And he's on the recliner. Ah! And then that bird flies around and blows up.
And then they try blaming it on the gas line, and then they blamed it on Jesse. And it's like, what?
Yeah, you do this. You put firecrackers in his ass, didn't you?
I'd be like, Dad, are you on drugs?
Maybe I am. But yeah, the dad's a total. He's an average dad, but he does come off as a bitch too. Like, he doesn't want to admit that there's a problem with the fucking air, and he doesn't want to admit that maybe there's something else going on with Jesse than what you think. Yeah, that kid needs a good kick in the ass. That's what he needs.
Which, I mean, he's not wrong, but.
But he didn't say ass. He said butt.
The butt.
Which makes us double down.
He's a pussy.
And this dad's a pussy.
Yeah, because if he was a hard ass.
Big fucking pussy.
If he was a hard ass, he'd be like, he needs a fucking good kick in the ass.
He would just kick his ass.
Or
That's
just do it, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like Red from that 70s show. You know what I mean?
Foot in your ass.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. But yeah.
Believe he should have been the dad instead.
Red?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was very dead.
That would have been great. But anyway, that's what I put. But the dad's a pussy. That's it. Plain and simple.
Moving along here. Like I said, we have Freddy. This is different. Okay, so Freddy, so far, let's reel back from knowing that 3 and so on exist. Okay, let's just think of this as 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people always want things to go in a different direction, right? Well, they did it right away with you guys. Because we have Freddy using Jesse and his sleepwalking as a way to murder people to get strong enough to eventually come through Jesse and be alive again in the real world. And I'm like, that's not
a bad premise.
That's not the worst.
Mm.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst. So instead of haunting multiple people's dreams, he's just focused on Jesse. And he just wants to, he's like, that shit didn't work, so I guess I'll just use Jesse this time. You know what I mean? Let's get through his ass. Yeah.
Oh, come on. He comes out of his asshole. It's like the small and just trying to put your hand through. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But that is cool, yeah, because like from the first one he just kills in the dreams, and this one is like a whole different like take. But yeah, it's like not the worst idea they could have done, because like if they would have done like the whole dream thing again, I'm like, okay, cool, but just bring off a dead horse again.
Yeah, for real. Like they
try something different.
I kind of feel like this one's called Freddy's Revenge, but I kind of feel like Freddy's Revenge was like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like he came back to get the kids of
the people
that fucking burned him up.
The parents that killed him and shit. Yeah.
So if so facto, this one
it's just the regular Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy's Return. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been.
Dun, dun, dun.
Freddy's Return.
Yeah, we got
Return makes way more sense.
You gotta hit up New Line now. You gotta make a whole change.
Because what is he getting revenge on?
True, because none of those parents have nothing to do.
There's nothing. There's no one here from the last one.
And then they didn't even talk about like, well, I mean, because it's the second movie, so I'm assuming we already kind of have to like already know.
Like Glenn's parents or something like that.
I was like, yeah, that or also like they barely talked about Freddy at all. They just talk about what happened inside in Nancy's house, and that's it. Like they
acted like it's already been like 100 years, and Lisa's the only one that dug up some information. It was like, bitch, it was 5 years ago.
5 or so years ago, but yeah, it was like.
I'm sorry, it's been like 20-something years since 9/11, and everybody still remembers that shit, right? Like, no problem. So,
yeah.
Like,
so and then I thought that was kind of weird. I should have written it down, yeah, but I don't really think they talk about Freddy like at all.
No.
Like no, except only in the fucking diary.
And Lisa digging up some stuff.
And then like the fucking
The
factory, the boiler room, all that shit. But still, like in the first one they talk about Freddy Krueger and oh my god, and then the mom had showed Nancy the glove and all that shit happened. And then this one, I mean, I guess because I'm just making the assumption that maybe because like we already kind of knew of him already, so there's like no need to talk about his backstory, but you kind of need that. I don't know. But then again, I'm assuming that's probably why they did, just the writing purposes. They already fucking know who it is, so let's just get right into it.
Especially 1 year after, and not only 1 year after, but having the effects and everything, like, goddamn,
like busting, dude. Busting.
It's not bad. I thought I was gonna shit all over this movie, but there is some stuff, but there's not a whole lot.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think I've written anything negative.
I got a couple.
But that's just for me though. Then again, I didn't really write much anyway. I was just taking this movie in. It's a fun watch. This movie's a fun watch.
Yeah, it's not the worst. I've seen way worse. I'm like dreading a couple coming up, but this one I thought for sure I'm gonna be like,
yeah, no.
But no, I think, yeah, I had a good time with this one.
Yeah. The next thing that I have is the Coach Schneider's death.
Yeah.
That whole thing was like probably one of the most like. That's probably one of the, okay, maybe that's a whole negative on its own. That's the way it happened. Like, so pretty much it got to that point because Jesse went to a gay bar. Or it seemed gay. I don't know.
It was a gay bar.
I'm just playing on the idea that it's a gay bar because
it's a gay bar.
He goes there. It's raining. He goes in there. He orders a beer, which he didn't get carded on the way in.
And he poured the beer in a glass.
He didn't pour it right.
Total gay beer. Gay beer.
Gay beer.
Total gay bar.
Yeah, and then the way he poured it, he just poured it straight down, like getting all foam and like, come on, dude. You gotta tilt that shit, brother. Come on. Anyway, as he was pouring it, about to go drink it, he gets stopped by Coach Schneider and he gives him this fucking weird ass look.
He comes up right behind him.
And then he takes him to the school to make him run laps around the fucking gymnasium.
Yep.
I'm sorry, was this the time where you just allowed to take kids into a fucking inside the gymnasium in the middle of the night for no reason?
I think you could.
80s, bro.
80s.
That's 80s for you. This is like before all that bullshit.
This is like where parents were like,
they trust you.
Yeah, when he's acting up, yeah, fuck him. Yeah. Well, he's a little piece of shit. I don't want him around here anyway.
Yeah, and anyway, so he's having
real love.
He's having him like just doing laps around the gym, and he's like hit the showers and all that shit. And Jesse's taking a shower again, all zesty like.
I'll check it off.
He's all like fucking being weird in the shower and stuff, and then and then Coach Schneider's in his office. He brings out the jump rope for some reason. Kind of seemed kind of weird. Like, what, you're gonna tie his ass up?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of weird. Like, why would you bring out the jump rope? You're not gonna have him use it. You just tell him to go take a shower. Didn't make any sense. That's why I thought. That's my dirty mind and stuff.
Stinky mind.
And then next thing you know, yeah, you just starts flying off. And I thought that was cool. That was kind of cool. Just the fucking the balls and the tennis balls and the basketball and the dumbbells fucking going everywhere, and he has to crawl on the floor and shit.
Yep.
And then the jump rope just come and just fucking get his ass and just drags him out.
I thought that was a cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool when you see him like getting dragged and you actually see the handles.
Like the handles just come up and it's getting pulled.
So what I'm thinking is like there has to be some like hard wire, you know, like hanger wire, like hangers, like a steel hanger, and like bent to a certain way, and then they just wrapped rope around it to make it look like it was fucking. But it was really cool. I'm pretty sure there's like pulling a tarp that he's laying on, but it looked cool. It looked good.
Yeah. Anyway, and then they just and then he gets dragged into like the showers where Jesse's at and stuff.
And this is where it gets really.
And then before that, all the showers start popping up, like turning on and shit. He's like, he's like looking down all weird and stuff, and that's when he just comes in. And it's like fucking being dragged in, like, please God no. And then he gets pinned against the wall, gets stripped butt ass naked, and then just gets whipped.
He gets whipped with a towel.
And his ass and his cheeks start getting all red.
He's whipped it on his ass.
Whipped his ass. And then and then that was the cool part too. Like you see like the shower steam just start going up and you see Jesse just standing there. And
that was cool. Jesse's standing there. Yeah, Jesse's standing there, and then the fog comes up, the steam comes up, and then
you see
Freddy walks out. Oh, yeah. I'm like, that was a cool,
sick ass scene.
Little twist.
And then he goes up to him and he just fucking just gets his back and shit. Super. And he's pinned up against the wall like this with his fucking dick against the wall and shit.
Just getting railed. And then fucking.
Yeah, just getting all fucked up. But yeah, that was and then and then after that, everything just clears. And
He does look stupid when he dies, though. He's like,
yeah, he's all against the walls, like
up in the wall, and you got
balls to the wall.
I don't think that'll kill you that quick.
No, I think you'll bleed out.
To the back.
Yeah, I think you'll bleed out like little.
I believe Christ took a little more than that, and
yeah, for real. Come on, pussy.
He lasted a long time. So.
Anyway, and then after that, you just see Jesse like with the glove and stuff, and I kind of like he just goes up and goes like with the glove. I'm like, God, that's kind of a cool shot too.
Yeah.
Cause he's like, he's just standing straight, and his hand by himself is goes with the glove and stuff, and he's like, oh.
Then fuck. He realizes it.
Super. That's what I'm saying. Like, this movie was overlooked. There are some redeeming qualities about it, and just like the practical effects and the shots and just the way they do things is like, dude. And the actors too, phenomenal in this movie. It's like,
I've been seeing a lot of new love for A Nightmare on Elm Street too. I've seen throughout the years. I've seen a lot, but I'm telling you, when I was a kid, like, dude, it was never mentioned. I never saw it on Sci-Fi or anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like no reruns for this movie.
No, and then it wasn't until like way later in life, dude. I don't remember, but yeah, until I saw Freddy's Revenge, and I was like, I never even knew this existed. Like, it was crazy. Weird. For the longest time, I thought Dream Warriors was part 2.
Wow. I guess that shows how much like they just tried to fucking just shun this movie away.
Yeah, it wasn't until I was like into the 2000s that I saw this. So, it's a long time. So, we're getting to the part to where we're at the pool party, right?
Oh, sick.
I have never liked this line. To this day, it bugs the shit out of me because it makes no sense. I feel like the writers were trying to be clever, and it was not clever. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I felt like it was trying to be clever, but it wasn't clever. And Jesse says, something is trying to get into my body. And Grady says, yeah. And she's in the cabana, and you want to come here and sleep with me or whatever. And I was just like,
can't get inside him.
She can't get inside you. You get inside
her.
You know? And I know they were trying to like have a quick little quip there or whatever. I get what they're saying. Like, this girl wants to fuck you. I don't want to fuck you, bro. So go.
Like, go. What are you doing here?
But why would that?
Which, by the way, that's one thing I share right now too. It's like, why the fuck? He just comes into his house. Jesse gets into Grady's room in the middle of the night without waking up his parents and shit. Like, how the fuck do you get in there?
Got in there easy.
And just fucking just goes and just covers his mouth like he's gonna fucking do something to him. Like, yeah, I was like, what?
Dude,
I'm like, get the fuck off me, bro. God.
I don't know how you'd wake up from a dead sleep and just start choking somebody. Like, that's.
And then saying all that.
Feeling that, dude,
and then saying all that dumb shit, like, yeah, like something's trying to get inside me, and saying that, oh, she's in the cabana.
Yeah, she's in the cabana, and you want to come here and sleep with me.
With his fucking big ass head.
And you want to sleep with me. But yeah, I always thought that was a dumb line. It just always bugs me. I'm kind of picky with writing sometimes. Not only with movies, but with like music and shit like that. Like, especially lyrics. If you're in a band and you're throwing shit lyrics out there, and you go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? When you're not trying, like.
You're just trying to get radio play?
All you're trying to have easy listening so you can fucking sell records and all that. I get it. Like, it's part of art is making money off of it, but it's not the whole thing. But yeah, what happened to creative writing? And that was, I look at that was a wannabe attempt, but it was just trying to show that Jesse was gay. And it's like, we get it.
Yeah.
we got it a while ago,
if it wasn't pretty obvious, and also I'm surprised we didn't write this down, but that whole dancing scene where he's like trying to clean up his room.
Yeah, clear
before they found Nancy's diary, he was all like putting on sunglasses and fucking just dancing and fucking twerking to close the drawer shut. I'm like, dude.
Apparently this was all supposed to be subtext, but subtext is something that's like sub. You know, it's underneath. It's not right in your face.
Like, this seemed like very in your face. Like,
you go to a gay bar, your fucking coach gets whipped in the ass a grip of times with balls thrown at him, and then before that you have this dance scene, which is fine. We're not saying anything wrong. And then he wants to get in me, but yeah, she's female and she's, oh, that's what he says. She's female and she's at the cabana right now. Do you want to come sleep with me? It's like, how much more on the fucking nose can you get, man? And that's a shitty line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense.
It did not make any sense.
The next thing that I have is, hold on, feel a burp coming.
Let it out.
I went away.
You with people who love you. There you go.
All right. Anyway, so the next thing that I have in my notes is, so again, this is another example of like the practical effects in this movie that are just, again, just very top notch. And I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Is the part to where where Freddy kills Grady, and he's like transforming and shit, and you just see his fucking the blades coming out of his hands, and then and his skin starts falling apart and shit.
And it starts splitting. You see the sweater underneath.
You see the sweater and the glove almost like, or his hand or some shit. And it's like, dude, wow, like, and
Some
what
cool
the
shit.
fuck? And I'm saying, like, again, there's another. Again, this is '85, dude. There's like, there's some shit now that came out like recently. It's like, and it's CGI and it looks shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, that's like peak cinema, dude.
It's cheaper.
God damn. That scene where he's just fucking, the claws are coming out of his fingers and his skin is flaking off, and then him coming through the chest and shit. Dude, again, phenomenal fucking practical effects. It's insane.
And then he comes out. And his glove isn't even there.
Mm-mm.
It's through his fucking fingers.
That's gnarly, dude.
It's sick.
Sick ass.
Sick ass.
Sick ass, bro.
Fucking sick ass. But yeah. Then I have the whole, I said Jesse's pain is way worse than Nancy's.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like Nancy had nothing. I mean,
She
was
just
trying
couldn't
to
fall asleep.
convince her mom and her dad that they were split up.
Yeah.
Trying to convince them what's going on or whatever. But Jesse has this. Freddy never took over Nancy's body to go kill people, and you're doing that in your off time, like when you're supposed to be asleep. You're going out and murdering people, and then you have to wake up and go to school the next day and act like everything is okay. And your parents are sitting there like, "Are you on drugs? What's going on?"
Yeah.
Your mom's like, "Oh, you look better today," and he's like, "Fuck off, mom! Of course I'm not better. Like, what are you talking about?" Like, I feel Jesse's turmoil way more than I felt fucking Nancy. It's not because I'm gay. No, but I really did. I really did feel like Jesse went through a hell of a lot more than fucking
for
Nancy
sure,
had to. Like,
yeah, because what's the worst thing she had to do? Not sleep?
she's not gonna get framed for murder,
Mhm.
dude.
And then Jesse went through all that shit. Crazy. Yeah, fucking getting possessed, killing all those people in your sleep. And you really have no one. Now you're like, you have like one person and then the other one's dead.
Yeah.
Because you killed them because of this part of Freddy and shit.
And
So
no
it's
one
like,
believes you.
no one believes you. Like, that's.
And then you're like, his footprints were at the fucking coach's death. He's there at Grady's. He's there at Grady's.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when Grady biffs it, he's gonna get blamed for it. And what? They're gonna believe some fucking ginger cabana chick that he's fucking innocent?
He's possessed. Like,
He's done for.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, that sucks. That's crazy.
So, just like in the first one, I think that's what they tried to do. In the first one, it was scary enough just to be like, I can't go to sleep. Like, and trust you me, this guy knows about not sleeping. But to go into like part 2 and be like, how can we fuck this person up even more? It's like they can't sleep, but also they're gonna be fucking blamed for all the murders, like big time.
Yeah, Jesse's fucked.
Like hardcore. So, anyway, I thought that was kind of clever.
That is, yeah.
I just feel like Jesse gets pushed under the rug, and I feel like Jesse had a little more, maybe to offer than Nancy. That's all I want to say. Besides his asshole. But, you know.
I only have one last thing in my notes. Again, I didn't really write much, and that's not because is there anything wrong with this. It's just I was just pretty much just watching the movie and just trying to take everything in. The last thing I have is the pool scene. I think that was a really nice like addition. Just to see you got that too.
Pool scene, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
of
just
course.
seeing Freddy come out already into the real world. is just insane, and him fucking everything and killing all those kids and shit. He's not giving a fuck, raising hell, dude.
Fire on the pool.
Yeah.
Kid tries to go out through the fence. It's like, fucking shocks his ass. And it's
yeah.
like, and then you get that whole, you are all my children now. And then fucking, you know what I mean? Just the fire burn behind him. Everybody coming out.
Oh, and again, the kid's like, hey, man, take it easy, man.
Yeah, bro.
I can help you.
Hey, dude.
And then this gets fucking annihilated. And then there's some kids that are running away. They're like, no, please, God, no. And I'm like, oh, God, he's not playing around, dude.
He's throwing fucking pool furniture around. He's doing everything.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. And I like that. I just like seeing, and then, like, yeah, the parents just come out and shotgun.
Yeah, they try to, hey, buddy. And then,
hey, pal.
And then he sees something in Lisa and starts turning. So that's Freddy incarnate. Freddy has taken over Jesse at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So for everybody, because I've heard this a few times, it's like, how exactly could Freddy come into the real world? That's not a dream, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently I've never paid attention either, because if you're paying attention, it has nothing to do with this. It has a little bit to do with it, to get into Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
But his goal this time is not to kill everybody on Elm Street that did him wrong or whatever. He wants to possess Jesse.
Like that's his goal for this movie.
To become himself again using Jesse's body.
As a vessel. I think that's way more, that's genius.
But then now Jesse, he's going to take Jesse's soul and it's going to be in him, and Freddy's going to be the lead guy. But Lisa can still see some Jesse inside Freddy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Freddy inside Jesse, Jesse inside Freddy. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it's pretty
solid.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty solid movie. I even like the ending too. I enjoy this ending as well. Like just him as the whole fucking going to like the factory and stuff, and all that shit burning up and all around him and stuff. Because she's like, "I love you, Jesse."
And then Jesse,
the power of love to save this movie.
She backs out with that ball skin of a face, and then ends up defeating the evil
with the power of love.
Power of love. Yeah.
Yeah. It all worked out.
Jesse comes out of the body. He's okay. He's not gonna get arrested for all those murders he did.
No,
it's fine because we never hear about him ever again.
You never hear about him ever again.
Never hear about it ever again. I do have the mutant cat and rats.
Oh yeah, that's what I asked you. I was like, "Is this the dream world? Like when Lisa goes to the factory?"
There's some weird stuff. It's
yeah,
like,
the rat and the mouse is getting in a little puppet
like. It's stuff like coming alive now because there's those dogs with obvious masks on their face.
Mm-hmm. Poor things. Yeah, there's random dogs.
Stupid like, and it's like these dumb fucking masks. It was really stupid.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then you see a rat. She runs up to an area of the stairs, and you see
it's all zoomed in, like all like fucking like puppet like.
And it's all,
yeah.
And then a fucking cat eats it, and then you see that face, and it's all puppety weird. Like that.
So it's obvious like this seems like the dream world. So I'm like, yes,
I guess.
Is it dream world or is it like that one area?
Or is it since Freddy has taken over Jesse that things are starting to come from his realm
from the dream world to the real world?
But it's all starting here.
Yeah, and the factory where it all happened, where he died and shit.
Maybe. I don't know.
That makes the most sense.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's just like all of a sudden, like it's mixing. You know, she's seeing this stuff, so she ain't asleep. So yeah,
clearly not. Oh, and her when she got bit in the leg, and it's, you see like full of like little bugs in it.
Yeah,
bugs
little
in her,
flies and
like little
ants
flies
and
in her. She got bit in the ankle by Freddy, and then yeah, when she's at the factory, she just takes it off, and you see all like the bugs is crawling around inside her fucking. It's, dude,
yeah.
Made me feel weird now. I hate that.
And then it gets taped up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Freddy. It's like Freddy and then Jesse coming up to like fix it at the same point. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't think this one's all that bad.
No.
I think this is a pretty good movie. Dare I say?
I was gonna say like I said like this is definitely like a solid sequel. Like it's like, but I don't think it's like, you know, like a Scream 2. I said, you know how like the first one's banger and the second one's a banger. Like the first one, it's cool, you know. It's the first one. It is what it is. The second one is like a solid, like it's a nice step forward.
Yeah.
It's not like, because that's, you know, again, like in Scream 2 where Randy said, come on, it's, you know, by definition it's inferior, you know, like it's true, because there's some movies where the first movie fucking rocks and the second one is like, okay, whatever. Not a lot. There's like a couple of franchises that we've seen. Halloween, fucking sick, you know. Scream, second one is sick. I was gonna say, what was the other one? Fuck.
Child's Play.
Child's Play 2, sick. Like there's like those Jeepers Creepers. I like that one.
I would still say the first one's better.
The first one is better, but it's again a solid
Sequel. Yeah.
solid sequel. Not like it went. Not like, imagine the first one being the first Jeepers Creepers, how it is, and then you get fucking Reborn next.
Oh yeah, Smile 2.
Smile 2. Yeah, again, solid sequels.
Solid sequel.
But yeah, so this one again, like I said in the beginning of the video, super overlooked. I've heard that for many years, and you too, you know, you've heard it for many years, overlooked, and then yeah, I'm gonna be like, I enjoy this one.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
I have seen an uptick in people liking it,
Which is glad.
throughout the years, probably the last 3 or 4 years. I've seen people take a liking to this one, and I'm gonna have to say I was late to the party, but yes, I do enjoy this one. This is one I would throw on for sure. I think for what they're going for, I think you have to look past what they set in the first one and realize that they're taking from the first one, but they're adding more to it.
I think they're just gonna add more. Yeah, they're adding
Instead
more.
of doing the same thing to where he's just gonna take over I'm gonna have my revenge on everybody and all that kind of stuff. He's gonna do it in a different way. He's gonna, well, that didn't work. I died, so now I need to take over a body. You know? I feel like that's
Again, nice,
kind of a new direction.
sick premise, and again, that's a step forward. At least in my opinion, that's like a step
Because
forward.
you're still using the sleepy time fucking thing with just Jesse.
trying to stay awake and stuff.
Just Jesse. He's the only victim, really,
and he kills
but
people.
through Jesse, Freddy gets to fucking do his thing. You know what I mean?
Snarly, and I like that.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. That was Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Hell yeah.
What do you guys think? You guys like this one? Is this something that you enjoy watching, you don't like watching? Let us know in the comments below. We liked it.
Yeah, we liked it.
I think it's pretty
What
cool.
of it?
And I think the guys from Special Horror Investigations team might have something coming up.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. Those guys are always
I don't know. We're gonna have to check in with them, huh?
never gonna check in.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for everybody that's subscribed. We will never ask you, but we appreciate every goddamn one of you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again on the next one. For right now, this is Rock Hard. Out.
Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Bitches.
Toodles. Did it quick that time.
Yeah, you did it quick.